3.
Hey peeps, I'm changing out a water pump on my 2000 Chevy Silverado 4-wheel drive with a 5.3 liter engine, and I figured some things out that I thought would be very helpful, maybe encouraging, give some people some speed their process up a while. And I didn't see them on any other videos, so I think they needed to be added. There's a lot of other good videos you can see how to do the whole process, but I felt like these added little issues would make a big difference. First thing, all you need to do it is a 10mm socket wrench, a 15mm socket wrench, a few wrenches, got a razor blade and a couple screwdrivers, little chisel to clean off your gasket surfaces. And this one here is one that's real handy, because for the stuff I saw on how to get your fan belt loose, none of them mentioned this, and they required getting tools loose, leasing a tool from O'Reilly's for 80 bucks. And I found that on this fan belt bolt right here, real big one, none of my big wrenches fit around it. It's probably like 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. I was able to put this wrench, this small pipe wrench on it. When you get it on it, it'll be down about like that. Make sure you don't tap anything else in, but give that a couple of whacks. Not too hard, just firm enough that it'll get it loose, and you do it with the fan belt still on. Another thing is, when I started working on it, you get the shroud off right here. It's got 4 of these that, without knowing them, are kind of perturbing. I used my heat gun on to loosen them because they were real hard. I got a heat gun a few weeks ago or months ago, and it has really come in handy. It loosened that up so that they actually could be squeezed and moved. But the trick to it is, let's get right in on that, is this thing's down, you get you something, pull it out, which you don't have to pull it all the way out, but just pull it out to the point where it's supposed to be pulled out, right about there, and then you can squeeze that and it'll come right up. You put a screwdriver into that and it comes right up. The other thing to get your this little clip here open, takes a small screwdriver that you just squeeze right in between that space right in there to push it over. You know, there's a lot of other ways you can do it. Don't work, basically. The other thing you need is, of course, this goes without saying, but a small block to stand on is a big deal, because you're shoving your chest into this thing right here quite a bit, and it makes it quite aggravating. A small block was real handy. And then the other big issue that I thought was worth making this video on is, when you get your rebuilt water pump, it'll have 2 different options for the gaskets. One is rubber, and they come on a deal like this, and they just go right here. But what I found was on the videos that they said use sealant, and then with a little bit more studying, because I was looking at it, that's rubber, why would I need to seal it, or should I use rubber and sealant? I found some information that said do not use the gasket sealer on your rubber, because it'll cause premature failure. And you can see on this side it's fine, but on this side it's corroding and getting ready to break, and it may have actually been leaking some. And this one is the one that was on the thermostat over here. It didn't get any of that in contact with it, and it's in perfect shape. These 4 gaskets pretty much were shot. And the other thing I did with my heat gun, was I used it to bend the shape of this wire brush, and that really helped get in to the places I had to clean off that sealant off of the surfaces where your gaskets went over. So basically, you want to replace your AC belt when you're down there. That's a lot of work to get down there and replace that. So while you're there, it's about $16. You might as well get it done because they're usually corroded. And that's basically it. There's a lot of other stuff they said you might use, but this is a really good shade tree mechanic job. I recommend it, and it wasn't too big of a deal. God bless you, and have a nice day.